everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Saturday, January 11th, 2020. I'll get that 2019-2020 thing down eventually, I promise. Give me a month, I'll get it by then. So, wanted to talk about a couple things that I think is really important, okay? Well, first of all, so today, saw you real quickly. Took Heather back to the college today. She wanted to see her boyfriend before classes started on Monday, so that gave her a chance. Hold on, I just want to fix this camera real quick. I think it's a little bit too low. There, that's a little better. Okay. I wanted to, she wanted to see her boyfriend before school started on Monday, and I was going to take her back tomorrow anyway, so she decided she wanted to go back today so they could spend some time together before she got back into the swing of thing for her second semester. So I'm like, totally understandable. So went down, I saw my son, and I had picked him up a t-shirt, and I'm trying to remember the stupid name of the museum again. It's where they do the rockets, and the Aerospace Museum, I think it's called. I think I'm right when I say that. But anyway, so it had, the whole NASA thing and everything like that, and on the side it said like S.H.T.F. So he liked it so much he put it on immediately. So I was really happy. So that was a winner. I had picked him up a patch, so a patch about that big around, pretty good size, at a flea market that we went to that had like Apollo and all that type of stuff. And then Eric had given us a thing from 1969 from one of the moon landings, and it was it had the stamp on it, and it was a piece of paper signed by Richard Nixon and all that type of stuff. So it was pretty neat. And so I gave him that too, and I told him, now that's kind of valuable, so set that aside. And he's like, okay, Dad. And so it was nice to see him, spend a little time with him today as well. So I've been gone all day. Just got back home literally 20 minutes ago, and then I had to finish up with the chickens and take care of the dogs and take care of the cats. And so today we also, before we left this morning, it was still morning. Before we had left, no, it was about 1 I think when we left. But anyway, before we had left, we were putting on the Seralto collars on the animals. So wanted to get those on, and now is a good time because then it's good for 8 months, so we'll get us into spring, through the summer, and into early fall, and hopefully we won't have the problem with fleas and ticks with the animals. And last year I had made the mistake, I bought a knockoff product thinking that it was the same thing, and it was garbage, and I wasted money on that thinking I'd go cheaper because the Seralto collars are not cheap, and when you have 10 animals that you're putting them on, it's not cheap. So, but I bit the bullet and I got the collars for the animals, and so we put 8 of them on because Buddy and Molly we thought weren't in the house, but actually Buddy was up on top, and so when I got home he came down, so I got his collar on. Then I opened up the back door and Molly came in, so I got her collar on. So, and I'll show you, we got here Mr. Lucy, who does not like to be held. Come on, Lucy, hold on, buddy. So here's the collar, you guys can see that. So we got the collars on everybody, and everybody's good to go now. Lucy's a very loving cat. He just does not like to be held. He likes his love, but he's like, nope, just don't hold me. So anyway, so that's what's going on. Very, very busy day, which was great. Still a good thing. 11 eggs today from the chickens, so that's my most productive day yet. Not a bad day. A little overcast today, but it was 66 degrees today. So it was really, really mild. It was a nice day as far as that goes. I mean, I was walking around all day in a t-shirt, so that part of it was nice. So I wanted to show you, so we're going to talk about some stealth stuff. So I got all the other stuff out of the way. I want to talk about stealth and doing things quietly. So while we were on our trip, we had stopped at a Bass Pro Shop. There used to be Cabela's, but Cabela got bought out by Bass Pro. So what we ended up getting is, this is a slingshot, okay? Very, very good thing to have, and I think it's important to have something that you can use very, very quietly when the time comes. Okay, so and it even shows you all on the back how you should do your grip and everything like that. Okay, so while we were there, I picked that up, and I'm trying to add things now that it can be very quiet for hunting or whatever you need them to do. Okay, so with that, I'll show you these. They have these pouches with, it's a glass slingshot ammo. So actually I'll show you those. And so there are 75 in each pouch. Okay, so they had 14 pouches, and Heather says to me, "Are you going to buy them all?" And I said, "Nah." I said, "I'll leave 4 for somebody else." So I bought 10 of them. So we have 750 of this glass slingshot ammo, and I'll show you that again. So I think, like I said, I think it's important to have ways to hunt and to be able to protect yourself very quietly, and you don't want to draw that attention. Another thing that, and so I'll just show you this here one more time so you get an idea what that looks like. I think it's a good investment. It's a good thing to have. And actually, I don't know if I have, is that the receipt in there? Actually, I can tell you in a second. Let's see if I can tell you how much the thing cost. Let's see. Okay, the slingshot was $13. I mean, you cannot beat that as far as the price goes. Very, very reasonable. And like I said, it's a good thing to have. So, and then like I said, the ammo is cheap. The ammo is slingshot ammo. Hold on a second. $4.99 for 75 of those. So I think it's important to have. Make sure you have enough of the ammo to, so you don't run out. But I think it's a really good thing to have. Now, one of the things that is absolutely on my list, I want a crossbow. Those are a little bit more expensive, obviously. For a decent crossbow, you're looking at minimum of about $350, if not more. I mean, they can run $1,200 depending on what you buy, if you're buying top of the name type of crossbow. But I think a crossbow is really good to have as well for hunting and defense, because it's very silent and you can do it and you're not going to draw that attention. Like if you have a rifle or something and you're shooting that, you're going to have people that are going to hear that, obviously. Okay? And so with a crossbow, you're not going to hear anything. And so if you're hunting in the woods and you take down a deer, or a compound bow, same type of situation, it's very, very quiet. And it's a good way to do it for hunting and for defense, because you're not going to draw that attention to yourself. And I think that that's important. Okay, so that's the kind of what I wanted to talk about, being stealthy. Or do you have a plan to be stealthy? And that is a great way to do it with the slingshot and a crossbow. So like I said, the slingshot is now checked off the list. Crossbow is next on the list, and when I do get a crossbow, I want minimum of 100 bolts with that, because I don't want to run out. You're going to end up losing some and stuff like that, but I would want to have a minimum of 100, probably more closer to 200 bolts ready to go for that type of situation. And again, really good thing to have. So anyway, so that's been what we've been doing here, getting the animals squared away and taking care of some business, obviously. And so now I will get back to hopefully a normal routine. We'll see what happens with that. But so a lot of people have contacted me about the video that I did yesterday about the area in Pennsylvania. I have gotten back to a few of you. I have a lot more of you that I need to get back to, because there was quite a few responses. So if I haven't gotten back to you yet, please be patient. I promise you I will get back to you. We'll share that information and we'll see where we can go from there. Okay, so again, today, if I had been home all day, I would have made more calls, but I'm not going anywhere tomorrow. I should be around all day, and so I'll be able to contact more people then. I may make a couple of calls tonight, I don't know yet. But anyway, so that's what's going on, guys. I hope everybody's doing well. Hope you're having a good week. Hope you're having a good weekend and getting it to spend it with people that you want to spend it with. I know with our trip, it was really nice having that time with Heather, and so that part was cool. And she was a good sport. I mean, it was a lot of driving, a lot of business too that I was taking care of. And so that part for her wasn't super exciting, but we did get to do some things. And she got to see a lot in Washington, D.C., which was cool. And, share the company. What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you being a crazy boy? Caesar? Huh? And there's Pandora. Yes. Alright, guys. I'm going to jump off here for now. I hope everybody's doing well. Please be safe. Remember, we're all in this together. That is important to remember. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every single day how we feel. Okay? Also remember, guys, STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you were trying to do, and there goes the dog food. Whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from getting there is you. Okay? I hope you have a great day. I will talk to you all later. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now. What did you do? You knocked all your food over. Silly puppies.